Hey guys, welcome back to Insomnia Extreme. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do this vibrant and colorful makeup look in honor of the LGBTQIA+ community. If you want to see how to do that, just keep watching, and much love to every single one of you. First thing I worked on was the rainbow eyeshadow. So to do this, I laid down a base color to give a little bit of grip for the shadows, and then I started on the cool tone side, taking a lime green shadow and applying it all to the center. And then from here, I moved out to different tones that I had into like a teal, the blues, and purple. And to blend these, honestly, it's a lot of pat blending, as you can see. I rarely actually do like a sweeping motion when I'm trying to blend bright colors to each other. That way they don't get as muddy. You're kind of just blurring the line where they meet as opposed to rubbing the two colors together, and then you tend to get a much softer blend. I also blend a little bit along the top brow bone just to make sure they're diffused at the top part. And then I moved on to the warm tone dye. Same idea of laying down the colors here. I started with a bright yellow, moved into some softer oranges, to red, and then to a pink. And a lot of these colors, because they're in the same warm or cool toned fields, they do blend nicely to each other, but you still want to make sure they can kind of be seen as distinct colors when they're shifting. So again, just kind of packing the color on, having the primer really helps it grip, and then you can soften everything out with fluffier brushes.
Old stories they've heard about the people they think they know.
My apologies, I'm forgetting to record the bottom part of the eyes, but all I did was flip the exact same steps and colors on the opposite eyes. So you can see the warm tone colors are on the bottom lash line for the blue and vice versa. But jumping ahead, I did just do a really thick, strong liner for this. I just wanted something very bold and bright, so you can do whatever you're feeling. And then I moved on to eyebrows and kind of just filled them in the way I've been enjoying lately. Brows are always the devil to me. I find they're one of the hardest things to get consistent and good on my face. So just do whatever you know you're feeling and whatever you like for your brows. Now for the fun part, I started with some liquid latex and started creating little butterfly shapes where I wanted to have a negative space left after all of the colors later on. To do this, you want to make sure you're either using a brush that you're happy to lose because latex will 100% ruin a brush, or you can use something like what I'm using, which is a silicone tool, often found whether for nail art or for sculpting tools, and this means that the latex won't stick to it and won't ruin it. And if you don't have liquid latex, or maybe have a latex allergy, the easier version of this in general is to just use some stickers if you find some in shapes that you like. If you're using latex, you just want to powder everything down before you move on, just get rid of any tackiness. This will kind of hide them, so you want to make sure you remember where they were. Maybe take a picture, maybe just be aware, and then you can move on to adding color. For the colors across this entire piece, I basically just used two methods. One was crinkled up tissue paper, as you can see, and I'm using water activated body paints. So I'm just getting the paint pucks wet and then dipping the tissues in there. And then the other one is just brush flicking. I'm finding really stiff brushes in my collection in doing this. You can do it very easily with a toothbrush or a cut down chip brush, something like that. And then as I just moved down, I went through all the colors that I could get my hands on and started just adding that mix of dabbing color in as well as flicking, and you get this really fun paint splatter and kind of organic, chaotic look. Yes, this absolutely will make a mess, so be careful of what's behind you or in your vicinity to make sure you do not get paint on something you don't want it on. But also, it's a very fun and easy method that gives a really cool effect in the end. And then I also did the same colors crawling up the side of my face. But for this, I was just using the brush flicks because it's a lot softer and a smaller area. But of course, please be sure to make sure your eyes are closed. Or if you're afraid you might get them in your eyes, maybe skip this step or just use the tissue method. But you can get some pretty good flicks across. And you can usually feel where the paint is hitting to kind of guide you even while your eyes are closed. And then from here, all you have to do is go back and find the little butterflies that you had put down, or if it was stickers, it'd be even easier right now. I'm using a pair of tweezers just to find a piece of the latex and pull it off. You do not want to scratch yourself or damage your skin, so this is an easy way to do it. And you can fix it if you find little mistakes. And again, this is where they're pretty much hidden at this point, so you kind of want to feel around with your finger for the texture of the latex, or again, just kind of remember where you put them all. And please note, if you've never used liquid latex before, please always do a patch test. Latex allergy is pretty common and it can develop at any point in your life, so always do a quick little test on the inside of your wrist or inner arm before jumping into using it in a makeup look. And then this step is entirely optional. I just thought it would add a little bit more of a kick to the butterflies to outline them with a white water activated paint. Again, you could totally just skip this step and leave them in their negative set because they look good either way, but this is just kind of a fun way to make them pop a little bit more.
I'm walking around in the circle of life, doing the things I know.
I did want a little bit of the white in the eye makeup as well, so I added a little bit of extra liner, threw on some lashes, and then threw on a dark red lip. Pretty sure with a look like this, you could rock just about any lip color you want, but I went for the glossy dark red. And then that was it for my colorful look in honor of Pride Month. So much love to absolutely all of you who are living your very best life, who are still finding themselves and on their journey, and for everyone who is fighting for a better future every single day. I wish you all an incredible, happy Pride Month. Thank you very much for watching. I, of course, will see you next video, so until then, bye guys!
Robe.